Once again, joining me and Chris. Today we're in the garden and we're just discussing a few kind of garden implements and strategies for actually kind of working the garden really. And today we've got it's called a
bale bed.
Bale bed, a straw bale bed. So essentially you've got like the bale that kind of goes around the actual side, and inside it's just would you fill it with like
Good compost
and stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
It's basically the non-handyman's garden bed. So in WA, where our soils are so poor, it's good to raise the beds up. So we've got the bed above the poor soil, and these we just use them around the side. You don't need to peg them down. You just use them as a wall. And this bed is about 5 years old, and we've had 5 different generations of these bales. So we buy them brand new, and over about 6 or 8 months, you can see they start to rot.
Yeah.
And what we do as they start to get to that stage is that we put the last crop of potatoes into there. So we get a crop of potatoes out of that.
Yep.
And then when that wall has basically completely lost its structure, we throw it in there, and we just get another suite of bales to go around the outside.
Perfect. So it's kind of, as it decomposes, you kind of reintroduce the extra side thing, and it's a pretty easy kind of system to set up, really, isn't it?
So simple, and you don't need to buy really good quality hay. It's just straw, because you're not wanting stuff which is more expensive. You're just using it as a wall, and this is such good soil because it's been fed for so long with this. And I'm pulling out some potatoes from here now, but the most important thing is in WA, where the sun is always in the north of the sky, this bed in our winter is too shady. In a sec we'll show you where we migrate our gardening to the north of the home in the winter so we get enough sun. So this garden bed is at its low ebb because it's just not getting a lot of sun.
So I got bumped by a bee there.
We are right next to the beehive.
Got the beehive just over here, so so it's a pretty interesting kind of strategy. So now we're just going to head around the front just to kind of have a look at the different ways we can actually kind of do some garden stuff at the front when we're kind of swiveling around with the different sun things and stuff. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
So let's walk through. And so it's really important. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Your veggies need 5 to 7 hours of sunlight.
Yep.
If they get too much, as can often happen in Perth in the summer, they completely smash. And if they don't get enough, people forget they just don't have enough energy. So they're very susceptible to pest and disease. They get very leggy.
Yeah.
So if we move through here, we start to see more sun. And you'll look at the vigour of the plants here as we move around to the front. And at this time of the year, and so you can see these guys are just going gangbusters, because in Perth, through our winter, is the equivalent of a cool temperate climate.
So what we're doing here is really just using the what you're kind of using, kind of like the polystyrene pots and anything basically.
And the beauty of this is you can move them around. So for WA, Perth, by about November, we migrate everything to the back because this becomes too hot. But at this time of the year in our winter, you can see the plants are just really happy. And we use a mix of different things in there. The medium, it's always organic.
Yeah.
We use beautiful potting mix and cocoa peat. So that's from the coconut husk. Swells up, makes a beautiful light potting medium, fish and seaweed.
Yeah.
And a beautiful organic slow-release fertilizer. Because in WA, our soils are so poor, and we always say to people, the food is only as good as the way it's grown.
Sure, yeah.
So if the minerals and the nutrients aren't in the soil, then how can they be in the food?
Perfect,
and we miss that.
And really it's a question of like looking after the soil, and then once you look after the soil, the plants really look after themselves.
So get your hands in the dirt, start to be healthy with all of that sort of stuff. And you can have a gorgeous little boy like this one if you're really lucky. I found him under a cabbage leaf. Should I keep him? What do you reckon?
I think he's a keeper, this one.
Good guy. Say bye-bye, boo-boo. Say see ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye, see ya.
Perfect.